lonely. You cried the whole night through. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Now you say you're sorry for being so untrue. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. You drove me, nearly drove me out of my head, while you never shed a tear. Remember, I remember all that you said. Told me love was too plebeian, told me you were through with me, and now you say you love me. Well, just to prove that you do, come on and cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Now you say you're lonely. You cried the whole night through. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. I cried a river over you.
Okay, Trish, so if you could start, it'd be really great if you could talk to us about when you first found out that you had cancer.
It was summer. Well, it was a sunny day, and I'd had a mammogram and I got called to the hospital at QA, and lo and behold, I got told I had breast cancer.
Right, okay.
I was fine with having breast cancer, believe it or not, but when I was told that I had to have a mastectomy on one of my breasts, I became very upset, obviously. Scary world, cancer. Scary life from start to finish of cancer. I went home. Obviously I had to tell my family. And then an hour later, after I'd stopped crying, I went upstairs and got all my posh clothes out. Not really posh, but posh to me clothes out. And decided I was never going to look nice again.
Right.
So
was that getting rid of the clothes, was it, or you were going to?
Yeah, I was going to get rid of them because I was never going to look good again. My life was over. My life was over at that point.
Okay. So what were the kind of things that helped you to kind of get past that?
Oh, the support of friends, the support of family, the support of my 10-year-old.
Really?
He was absolutely fantastic. The support of the hospital, I cannot thank the hospital enough for the treatment that I had. Very hard job for them indeed. But also my music teacher, a very special lady called Hayley Fisher, who listened to me a lot.
Right.
And worked with me a lot.
So were you kind of into music, and would you have called yourself a musician before the cancer?
No, good grief, no. No, I certainly wasn't a musician before. I dabbled with singing, I'd had a couple of lessons, but I wasn't really going to do much with it. Although I wanted to, but my self-confidence was low before, and I really didn't think I would go anywhere.
Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings I'm gonna rise up singing, and I'll spread my wings, and I'll reach to the sky. But till that morning, there ain't nothing can harm me. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Summertime, and the living, it's so easy.
Okay, so how did it come about that you wanted to kind of move on with the singing and take it to the next level?
Couple of things really. Whilst I was waiting for my first operation, my friend sent me a card, and on it there's a picture of me, very glamorous, and it says, "I will survive" on there. MissTrish says, "I will survive." That was the start of it. And then I had quite a period of depression because I couldn't handle my image at all. And then one day I got up and thought, right, you can either sit back, let this take over, or do something that you believe in. I believe in music. I believe in music as a good healer. And I believe in music for relaxation, for who we are. I just think music is the biggest healer ever.
Okay, so that kind of, you know, you can either try and build yourself up or not. Seems like kind of one of these things is this, you know, everyone kind of thinks and is easier to say than do. But you said the card was the turning point. Was there anything else that kind of triggered a moment where you thought, no, I can kind of work through?
I wanted to raise money, raise money for cancer. I wanted to give something back because I'd got so much, you know, from the hospital and everything, and I wanted other people not to go through the same thing that I went through. And I decided that I was going to do a gig. Ooh, what a thing to decide, because I didn't know where to start or anything. But to cut a very long story short, I managed to do a charity gig at Artie's Wine Bar in Wickham.
Okay, and that was kind of a choice you made. Were you not waiting to to find out that you were in remission, was that right? And then you were going to do the gig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd promised myself that if I became in remission, that I was going to do a gig.
And did you have all your friends and family come down to support? Did you?
I had loads of friends I hadn't seen for years, all my family. Yes, it was a fantastic evening.
Excellent. And I guess they all gave you a good lot of support and cheers during that.
Oh, they all gave me lots of support and lots of cheers.
Yeah, and that made you feel great, I bet.
Yes, a very special lady for that night, yes.
Okay.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met, no doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, I'd go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. Nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
So it'd be really great if we could just quickly run through the songs that you did for the WMD podcast, and just let us know what they are, and then if there's any special reasons that you chose those songs, then let us know what those are as well.
Yeah. There's a song called Winter that I did, and the words are just so special to me. We can't rely on people forever, and we do have to do things for ourselves, and that's one thing that cancer has taught me.
Mm-hmm.
And I also sang Adele, Make You Feel My Love, and there's one line on there that when I sing it, it's I'm talking about myself really, and it says, you ain't seen nothing like me yet. And I sing that because I've had to change, and people haven't seen me like this before, and that's a positive thing.
Excellent. Cool. And did you want to talk about any of the others? Or did you just want to stick with those ones?
Those two.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Okay, is there anything else that you want to talk to us about or tell us about?
No, I mean, I just want to say cancer can drag you down, and there's all these big angry words, you know, fight cancer, and that really, for me, is the main thing. Fight cancer, because you can win. You can win.
Snow can wait, I forgot my mittens. Wipe my nose, get my new boots on. I get a little warm in my heart when I think of winter. I put my hand in my father's glove. I run off where the drifts get deeper. Sleeping Beauty trips me with a frown. I hear a voice, you must learn to stand up for yourself, 'cause I can't always be around. He says, when you gonna make up your mind? When you gonna love you as much as I do? When you gonna make up your mind? 'Cause things are gonna change so fast. All the white horses are still in bed. I'll tell you that I'll always want you near. You say that things change, my dear. Boys get discovered as winter melts, flowers competing for the sun. Years go by and I'm here still waiting, withering where some snowman was. Mirror, mirror, where's the crystal palace? But I only can see myself skating around the truth who I am. But I know, Dad, the ice is getting thin. When you gonna make up your mind? When you gonna love you as much as I do? When you gonna make up your mind? 'Cause things are gonna change so fast. All the white horses are still in bed. I'll tell you that I'll always want you near. You say that things change, my dear. says, when you gonna make up your mind? When you gonna love you as much as I do? When you gonna make up your mind? 'Cause things are gonna change so fast. All the white horses are still in bed. I'll tell you that I'll always want you near. You say that things change, my dear. All the white horses never change, never change.